Every artist uses feelings, emotions, and thoughts to show and develop artwork to express himself. An artist is someone who develops artwork as an occupation or a hobby using creativity and innovation. Artists usually dominate some arts areas like painting, acting, singing, etc. It's a definition that can be applied to any person who generates sensations, feelings, and who causes memory flashbacks on the public. This word refers to someone that has the ability to transmit, show, and share ideas, feelings, situations, memories, and messages using a variety of tools and instruments.
Well, in this quote says that artist dip his brush in his own soul. Well, what means by his own soul? What makes a soul? We can say that a soul is made by a lot of things. For example, past experiences. Past experiences affect and construct our personality and also affects our feelings and emotions, because in some way when something happens to us, it affects us in many ways, and sometimes people reflect it in the future with their actions. For example, we can put a person that passes all his childhood in a family that doesn't give him love or attention, and so it will grow up with that lack of love. And later, if that all his emotions and feelings will be reflected in his personality by being someone aggressive or lonely. But if we talk about an artist, a painter, that person will show his emotions or his past experiences that affect him in his art. For example, putting a draw that have techniques that shows or symbols that shows his feelings or what happens to him. Okay, if we want to give another example, as this quote doesn't refer just for painters, this quote refers to every kind of artist, like a singer that in his songs talk about his past experiences with letters that uses linguistic resources. Also, we can say that in this quote says that an artist paints his own nature in his paintings. Well, it also refers nature as our thoughts and what we are interested for, what topics we are interested for. For example, an artist can be interested for historical topics or political ones. One example of this can be a work of Alan Moore in 1947 that talks about the physical and moral devastation of the Jews liberated from the Nazi concentration camps by the United States Army. This image shows a blind man walking with a wandering step, while the bodies of the Holocaust victims crawl at his feet. So we can say that Alan Moore was influenced by all these devastation of the Jews in the Second worldwide. So we can say that as art is subjective, it depends on the point of view of the artist and all that influences his mind and his feelings and actions.
To explain this quote, we need to have a definition of art. As we know, art is an act of expressing feelings, thoughts, and observations. Once we got that, we can analyze this quote by saying that any creative individual taps into their own experience and view of life to better express themselves. If the artist wants to create something, it is going to be based on his personality and experience. For example, in a painting or in a dancing, his ideas are going to be blossomed into it. You can question this with why did he use that color in that painting, or why did he brush that sky or mountain in that certain way. As in dancing, the artist is guiding the performance and indicating the dancers on how to move their bodies and what a specific movement to do. But this quote doesn't apply only to art. It also can apply to everyone because most people can use their own knowledge and feelings to whatever they choose to create. A finished painting can give the painter a sense of accomplishment and can create a sense of their own identity in the painting. In a literal sense, this quote can mean that traditional artists who use a canvas and paint can utilize their feelings and worldview to create their art. It is widely known that many famous painters have used their emotions and point of view to make timeless art. However, another interpretation of this quote can be applied to a more general audience. Everyone goes through life differently and experiences things in a unique manner. An individual's emotions and worldview can be expressed through their style, their way of living, their hobbies, and other things. We are the artists of our own lives, and we all have the opportunity to express ourselves in however way we choose. Thanks.